Okay, today we'll start on Unit 1, Lesson 2, Chemical Compounds. Okay, Unit 1, Lesson 2, Chemical Compound. At the beginning of this lesson, we should know the difference between atom, the difference between atom and atomic group. As we studied before, atom is the smallest building unit of an element or is the smallest building unit of the matter. Okay, atoms such as sodium atom, atom of for oxygen element, atom for carbon, atom for hydrogen, atom for nitrogen, atom for any element. Okay, this is the meaning of atom. Atomic group is a set of atoms, is a group of atoms. It's just not only one atom. No, it's more atoms combined together. Is a set of atoms of different elements joined together. Atomic group is a set of atoms of different elements joined together and behave like one atom during a chemical reaction, having its own valency and it's not existed slowly. Okay, so again, atomic group is a set of atoms. It's not only one atom, a group of atoms of same element of different element, maybe atomic group sodium with oxygen, oxygen with hydrogen, carbon with oxygen, different element, okay? Joined together. When we joining it together, they behave like one atom. They act as a one atom, no as a different atom, no as a one atom. So atomic group is a group or a set of atoms of different element joined together and they behave like one atom during a chemical reaction, having its own valency. Having its own what? Having its own valency. Okay, having its own valency, having its own valency. What is meant by valency? What is meant by valency? Okay, you can see the booklet on screen. What's the meaning of valency? As we studied in the previous lesson, that the atom of element during any chemical reaction loses or gains or shares with the number of electrons to be a stable atom. You listen me, middle one? Middle one, you listen me? Okay. What is the meaning of valency? What is the meaning of valency? We studied before the elements can lose, gain, or share electrons. Can lose, gain, or share electrons. Just wait. Accept you. Okay, you can listen me or not? See all your messages on WhatsApp. You can listen me? Okay, let's continue. As we studied in the previous lessons, the atoms can lose electrons, can gain electrons, can share with electrons. The number of electrons that the atom lose gear or share, it's called a valency by the meaning. If the atom loses or gains or shares by one electron, so the valency is 1. If the atom gain, lose, share by 2 electron, the valency 2. 3 electrons, the valency 3. So atomic group is a set of atoms of different elements joining together, behave like a one atom during the chemical reaction. دلوقتي أنا عندي atomic group during the chemical reaction. I will take the valency of each, from which one of them? I will take the valency of all of the atomic group by the meaning of what? The valency is the number of electrons that an atom gain, lose, share in the chemical reaction. Okay? When the atom of an element loses or gains or shares with electrons, it's called valency. When the atom of element lose or gain or share with electron, it's called monovalent. When it shares or gains or lose one electron, it's called mono. 2 electrons, it's called di. 3 electrons, it's called tri. 4 electrons, it's called tetra. 5 electrons, penta. 6 electrons, hexa. These are the names of number. 1 in chemistry means mono, 1 mono. 2 di, 2 di. 3 tri, 3 tri, 3 tri. Okay? 4 tetra, 5 penta, 6 hexa. It's okay? The outermost electrons of an element determine its valency. We know at the previous lesson that the outermost energy level contains the number of electrons. If it contains 1 or 2 or 3, it will lose. 5, 6 or 7, gain. Okay, so the outermost energy level can detect the valency. Yes, if it loses 1, if the outermost contains 1, so it will loses 1 electron. When it loses 1 electron, so it's monovalent. If the outermost energy level contains 5, it will gain 3 electrons. Gain 3 electrons, so it means trivalent, and so on. Okay, so the outermost electrons of an element determine its valency. So to know the valency of any element, you should write the electronic configuration of it, then conclude its valency. It's okay? These elements, sodium 11, K2, L8, M1. So it's monovalent. Chlorine 17, 2. 8, 7, monovalent. Why monovalent? Because in sodium, because in what? Because in sodium, the outermost energy levels contain 1 electron. The outermost energy level contains what? 1 electron. 1 electron, so it will lose 1 electron, so it's monovalent. Here contains 7 electron, so it will gain electron. So it's monovalent, gain, share, lose by 1 monovalent. But here, focus with me, oxygen 8 to 6, okay? The outermost energy level contains 6 electrons, so it will gain 2 electrons. So it's divalent because it gained 2 electrons. Gain 2, divalent. Gain 2, divalent. Mg12, 2, 8, 2. Lose 2. So it's divalent. Just wait, I'm accept you. I'm already accept you. Okay, done. Done. It's okay. الناس اللي ما كانتش دخلت it's okay. Okay, let's continue again from the beginning. It's okay. In this lesson, we will study the difference between atom and the atomic group. The atom is the smallest building unit of element, such as atom of sodium, atom of oxygen, atom of hydrogen, atom of nitrogen. Atomic group, a set of atoms, similar or different elements joining together, behave like one atom and have its own valency, what is meant by valency? We studied before that the metals loses electrons, the non-metal gains electrons. If we want to combine non-metal with non-metal, we will share with electron. The number of electrons gain, lose, share, it's called valency. Gain, lose, share, it's called what? Valency. If it lose or gain or share by one, monovalent. One by the meaning of mono. Two, di. Three, tri. Four, tetra. Five, penta. Six, hexa. Okay, this is the name of the numbers in signs. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6, mono, di, tri, tetra, penta, hexa. Okay, the outermost electrons of element determine its valency. We know that if the outermost energy level, like aluminium, contains 3 electrons, if the outermost energy level contains 3 electrons, so it will lose 3 electrons, so it's a trivalent. Argon 288, it's a noble gas completely filled with electrons, so it's a zero valent. Why noble gases has a zero valency? Because it doesn't lose, it doesn't gain, it doesn't share with any electrons. Understand middle one? Middle one, understand me? Okay. Give reason. Sodium Na11 monovalent, while oxygen is divalent. We will do an electronic configuration for sodium 281, then electronic configuration of oxygen 26. Then I will say that sodium is monovalent because it contains 1 electron in the outermost energy level, so it loses this one, so it's monovalent. But oxygen contains 6 electrons, so gains 2 electrons, so it's divalent. Okay? I will say which one lose, which one gain, lose which number of electrons, lose gain which number of electrons. This number of electrons is the valency. The valency of noble gases is 0 because noble gases completely filled with electrons, doesn't share, doesn't gain, doesn't lose any electrons. Okay? Because the outermost energy level completely filled with 8 electrons except helium-2, so it doesn't gain, share, or lose. You should study this well. You should study this well to know the name of the element, the sample, the valency. Lithium, potassium, silver, sodium, all of these monovalent. Lithium, potassium, silver, sodium, all of these monovalent. Miss, I will do an electronic configuration, then from this electronic configuration, I will understand if it mono, di, or tri. Okay, you will do an electronic configuration if you know an atomic number. But what is the atomic number of silver? We didn't took it. Okay, what is the atomic number of silver? I don't know. So you should know all of these elements, that lithium, potassium, silver, sodium, monovalent. Calcium, lead, zinc, magnesium, mercury, divalent. Aluminium, gold, trivalent. These metallic elements. So I will know that the metallic elements consists of mono, di, tri. Monovalent, lithium, silver, potassium, sodium. Divalent, calcium, zinc, mercury, lead, magnesium. Trivalent, aluminium, gold. Okay, you should study it well. But there is a metallic element that have more than one valency. How come more than one valency? Yes, like copper. Copper may be mono, maybe di. Maybe what? Maybe mono, maybe divalent. Iron may be divalent or trivalent. This, it's very important note in this point. the most important note in this lesson is the metallic elements that have more than one valences. Copper may be monovalent or divalent. Iron, di or tri. You should to know the name of iron when it die. The divalent iron is called ferrous. The divalent iron is called ferrous. The trivalent iron is called ferric. The trivalent iron is called ferric. So we have two elements have more than one valency. Copper monodi, iron ditri. The divalent iron is called ferrous. The trivalent iron is called ferric. Okay? These valences of some non-metallic element. We studied the valences of metallic. Now we will study the valences of non-metallic element. Non-metallic element, monovalent, hydrogen, chlorine, fluorine, iodine. These not L, these I, okay? Iodine, bromine. Okay, the monovalent non-metallic, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, hydrogen. Divalent, we have only one divalent, which is oxygen, non-metallic. Non-metallic divalent oxygen. Okay? Trivalent, no. مفيش عندي هنا trivalent. We have tetravalent such as carbon. So the valences of non-metallic element, mono, di, tetra. Mono, di, tetra. Mono, hydrogen, fluorine, chlorine, iodine, bromine. Di, oxygen, tetra, carbon. Okay? We have non-metallic elements that have more than one valency, more than one valency. We studied the metallic elements that have more than one valency as copper, mono, di, iron, di, tri, ferrous, ferric. But non-metals that have more than one valency, sulfur, nitrogen. Sulfur, di, tetra, hexa. 2, 4, 6. Sulfur maybe di, tetra, hexa. 2, 4, 6. Di, 2, tetra, 4, hexa, 6. Okay? Nitrogen and phosphorus, both of them maybe tri, maybe benta. Benta, 5. Okay? Tri, 3. So, non-metallic elements that have more than one valency, sulfur, nitrogen, and phosphorus. Sulfur, di, tetra, hexa. Sulfur, di, tetra, hexa. Sulfur, di, tetra, hexa. Nitrogen and phosphorus, tri and penta. Okay, middle one, you understand this point? You understand this point, middle one? Okay. Now we will study the valences of atomic group. I said before the atomic group is a group that consists of more than one atom of different element. All of these is the atomic groups, okay? These atomic groups only just for you on your curriculum, okay? The first atomic group, hydroxide, OH. OH negative. OH negative by the meaning of negative. One, it's monovalent. One, we didn't write one. So OH negative, monovalent. It's called the hydroxide. You should to know the name of atomic group, the symbol and valency. The first one, hydroxide, OH negative, monovalent. Second one, bicarbonate, HCO3, negative, monovalent. Third, nitrate, NO3, negative, monovalent. Nitrite, number 4, nitrite, NO2. The difference between nitrate is O, nitrate, NO3, nitrite, NO2. Ammonium, NH4, positive, monovalent. Whatever negative or positive, -1, +1, it's monovalent. Gain or lost by 1. So hydroxide, bicarbonate, nitrate, nitrite, ammonium, monovalent. Carbonate, CO3, -2, divalent. Sulfate, SO4, -2, divalent. Phosphate, BO4, -3. Phosphate, BO4, -3, trivalent. It's okay. You should to know the valencies of these atomic groups. Note, the valency of atomic group equals the number of charges which they carry. Yes, when the number of a charge negative, so it's mono, so the number of a charge equal to the valency. When the number of a charge -2, so it's a di, so the number of a charge equal to the valency. When the number of a charge -3, it's a tri, it's valency tri, so the number of charge equal to the valency, okay? Give reason. Nitrite and nitrate groups differ in the number of atoms and having the same valency. Nitrate, nitrite, both of them, nitrate, nitrite, have the same valency, monovalent. Also, nitrate NO3, nitrite NO2. Why? Because both are monovalent, but nitrate group consists of 4 atoms while nitrite group consists of 3 atoms. Why they have same valency? Because both of them is monovalent. Why they have same valency? Because both of them is monovalent, okay? But nitrate consists of NO3, 3O1N, consists of 4 atoms, while nitrite, NO2, 2O1N, consists of 3 atoms. Understand middle one? Understand? This lesson is very easy, okay? Chemical formula. Focus with me from the beginning of this part. Chemical formula. It's a formula that represents the number and the type of the atom in a molecule. Is a formula, the definition, the first definition here. Chemical formula is a formula that represents the number and the type of the atom. The number of atoms, the type of the atoms in a molecule. Example, the chemical formula of water. When I write the chemical formula of water, H2O. H2O is a chemical formula for water. It's a formula for water. The first something represents the number of what? The number of atoms. Yes, consists of 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. So from this formula H2O, I know that the water consists of 3 atoms. Then I know that the type of this atom, 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. Understand? So chemical formula is the formula that represent what? Represents the number of the atom in the molecule and represents the type. Represent what? The number and the type. Okay, Lama, send for me to accept you. Chemical formula is the formula that represents the number and the type of the atom, such as water, H2O. This means that this compound is composed of 3 atoms, 2 atoms of hydrogen, 1 atom of this oxygen, okay? 1 atom of oxygen. So from the chemical formula of water, I know that the water consists of 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. So I know the number and the type of atom. Okay? How we can write a chemical formula. How we can write a chemical formula for a compound. You should follow the following steps. Focus on these steps. You should focus on these what? Steps. Okay? Firstly, write the name of the compound. Write the name of the compound, like what? Like sodium chloride. Now I just wanted to know the chemical formula for sodium chloride. So I will write sodium chloride, the name of the compound. Number two, write the symbols of each element or atomic group down the name. Write the symbol, sodium chloride. So down sodium, I will write Na. Down chloride, I will write Cl. Then write the valency. What? You should to know the valency, as I said at the beginning of this lesson. Study it well. You should to know the valency of sodium is monovalent, the valency of chlorine is monovalent. Exchange and simplify by the meaning of what? Look at this example of me to understand it. Now, I want to write the chemical formula of calcium oxide. So, I'm write the calcium oxide, the name of the compound, the calcium oxide. After, down calcium, I write the symbol Ca, oxide O. Okay? Calcium divalent, oxygen divalent. Then exchange the valences. Here, both. So, okay, if it here 2, here 3, so 3 come here, 2 comes here, okay? Here, Ca2O2. Then 2, 2, you can simplify it by cancel 2 with 2. Yes, so the chemical formula of calcium oxide CaO, CaO, it's okay? The formula of a compound starts from left with a symbol of metal or hydrogen or a positive atomic group and ends with right with the symbol of non-metal and negative atomic group. I will repeat it again to understand it, okay? Focus with me in this example. This one. I want to write now the chemical formula of sodium carbonate. You should write sodium carbonate. Then write the symbol of H1. Na, sodium. CO3, carbonate. This atomic group. Carbonate, we know the atomic group, which is called the carbonate. The symbol of HCO3. Okay? Na is monovalent. So I write the valency 1. CO3 divalent, I write the valency 2. Exchange the valences by the meaning of Na takes the valency of CO3. CO3 takes the valency of Na. When I exchange the valency, Na takes 2, CO3 takes 1, وال1 مش بيتكتب فتبقى Na2CO3. Okay? Look at this to understand it again. Sodium oxide, sodium Na, oxide oxygen O, valency of sodium 1, valency of oxygen 2, exchange Na2, Na2 O1, 1 مش بنكتبه. So Na2O, the chemical formula of sodium oxide. It's okay? Done? When the valences similar, when the valences of two elements are similar, cancel each other or simplify the valences with each other. Then calculate the number of atoms and the number of elements in each one. Here, the number of elements: sodium element, oxygen element, hydrogen element. Number 2. Just wait. Here, the number of elements in sodium hydroxide: sodium element 1, oxygen element 2, hydrogen element 3. So all of number of elements 3. Number of atoms: 1Na, 1O, 1H, 3. Okay? Here, the number of atoms equal the number of elements: Mg1 element, S2O3. يبقى the number of elements 3. The number of atoms: 1 Mg, okay, 1. 1S, okay. O4 يبقى 4 oxygen. So 1 plus 1 plus 4 equal 6. This is the chemical formula. Understand this point or not, middle one? Understand this? Okay. I will explain the chemical formula again in the next session on Saturday, inshallah. Thank you, middle one. Goodbye.